Hey, hey! Sing it to me. Let's go. Hey! Ho! What's up, y'all? Good guys. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Alan G. Motion here, live with you at FIRELINE Live. We're number 2. I know we're supposed to have Andy, our guest host, but something happened. We'll talk about that in a second. We got tons of movies. We got tons of music. We got tons of wrestling. We got all kinds of stuff we're going to talk about today. Hope you guys are excited as much as I am to be a part. This song is so tight. I love it. One day they're going to copyright it. And we're going to have to make my own song anyways for my own intro. But until then, we're going to sing it. What it isn't good for? Absolutely nothing. Sing it to me. Ha! Yes, 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 yes. Man, oh man, guys, what's going on? I see you, Helen Cali, first one in the stream. I love it. Make sure you share this out. We got a nice long road ahead of us. I'm super excited to go through some of the questions I've gotten, and of course, share it with you guys and talk about the topics and certain things as well. Let me just make sure I get on here and find myself so I don't have to read from my camera, if that makes sense. So give me 1 second, everybody. We are live and ready to profile. I mean, no result. Oh, that's because I spelled my name wrong. Hold on a second. Yeah, here it is. There you go. I see me. And we're going to click that here. Bam. And now we're there. We're going to mute that so I don't hear myself talk. Bam. There you go. All right. So, what's going on, everybody? Man, it's good to see you. Got so much stuff going on. Like I said, our good friend, our co-host, if you will, Mr. Andy Block, is not here. He gave me a text yesterday when I was teaching classes. Said, hey, man, I can't make it. I got something that happened in Big Bear. And I can't able to make it. I was like, okay. And then I'm going through my list who I'm trying to get on the show because we've been working on that. And we do got different guests coming in, but I just couldn't get them to come in today. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and just do a solo. You know what I mean? Get that done. And then I got a thing this morning. I had already set everything set up. And then he was able to do it. But then I wasn't able to do it. So somehow just it did not work it out for today for it to happen. So we apologize for that. Next time we're going to get it done. And, get a chance to play that Star Wars game we wanted to play as well. We're going to have that in there, not on the actual FIRELINE live show, but we're going to shoot 2 different things. We're going to make that work. All right. So thank you very much, Helen Cali, for sharing this out. Keep doing that, guys. And also, listen, guys, go over to the About page of the channel. There's going to be the Streamlabs where you can go ahead and use the PayPal that's there. We set one up for you guys, and everybody's been talking about, oh man, we want to help you out with certain things, and I'm like, hey, that's up to you guys. I'm never going to ask you to help me out, but if you are willing to help out with anything that you are wanting, contributing, would it be $1, $5, 10,000, 5,000, $1 billion? That's where I said it, 1 billion. If you don't ask, you don't receive. Anyways, but if you want to do that, that's to help out again with the channel, giving you guys great content, getting more better cameras, better mic equipment, just everything you can think of to boost up the just the quality. We have great quality, but make it even better. You know what I mean? For what I have to work, let me put it this way: with what I have to work with what I have, I think I produce some of the coolest, sickest, greatest things on the planet. You know what I mean? And that's because all the stuff that I have is very minimal, very basic. So imagine if I had, the real deal, the crazy stuff. Man, the stuff I'd be able to do would be insane. So again, if you want to be a part of that and help out anyways, then go to our PayPal. Anything is much thankful. Again, anywhere from it's my God, $1 or less if less so you can get some change. Change is fine too, guys. We know times is tough, and I'm very grateful and very blessed to have everyone that's in my chat trying to help out. So again, go to the About section. You'll see the link. You're supposed to be able to click it, but it's not allowing to. So you're gonna have to. You can't even copy and paste it. You're gonna have to just see what it says and then go into your other page and then go ahead and type that out, and then you can go on there. But it's in the PayPal. You'll see it, and it's very easy to do. All right, guys. Well, anyways, We're going to continue. I thank you for everybody that's being in here right now. This is a chance for you and I to connect more and to chat more and to talk about certain things. I do talk about pretty much everything and anything, but I probably will not go into politics. If we do, it'll be very short and brief because that's just not my thing. Because I believe in a little something different, if that makes sense. And like I said, don't want to get all into that, but if it ever is asked, then I will, of course, answer as best that I can, and truthfully as I can. But this is interactive, so this is your chance to chit chat with me and ask me any questions you want, as I have tons of questions from the emails that we got, and we'll probably start with them, a few of them, and then cut back and forth and see how this live rolls in. Yes, thank you again, Helen Kelly. I'm very proud of you and very grateful for you to do that. Thank you so much for doing that. She's one of my greatest supporters, Helen Kelly. Thank you so much. I already met her once, straight from Cali. That's how you know you got the real deal, when they come out and support you. Her and her son were going out to Vegas for some kind of a event, and she happened to stop by my school and say hello to me, and thank you so much, because I was from San Diego. Here I am midsection. She said hello, got back in and went to Vegas. That's how we do it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the first question, and let's see. Okay, so it's from Hella Crazy at Yahoo. What do you think about the streaming services like a Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime? Okay. Let me read that again. What do you think about the streaming services like a Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime? I think what's being asked is, do I think if I like them, I guess, or like them or not? Hello, Foxy Roxy is here. Thank you so much for being here, sweetheart. I knew you were there. Hey, by the way, Foxy Roxy, I was trying to find you in that stream, or not stream, but on the IG. And I said I never messaged you before, and I felt like I did, so I don't know what happened to it, but I found you. I feel like if you don't put the right letters in the right text in the searching, you don't find you, but I found you just by the picture, and thank you for being here, and I appreciate you. So yes, what do I think about all the streaming services? Well, streaming services I really enjoy. I think they got some great stuff, anywhere from Netflix to Hulu to, like I said, Disney Plus to, oh my gosh, to Amazon Prime, the YouTube Red. There's actually a few other ones that that are a little low, not lower end, but just a little less people knowing about. Also, what do you call it? They still got, is that they got the Showtime one, they got the HBO Max is getting ready to launch, they got the one for CBS, they got the, I think, the CBS All Access. They have all kinds of stuff, and of course they have their go-to couple of shows that they're debuting, right? And so I guess all I can say is I enjoy it, yes, but then I'm also concerned because some of these movies, I'll give you one for example. Togo. I'll use that for it's on Disney Plus. It's a dog movie, very, very beautiful, gorgeous film, and very heartfelt, and a true story, or inspired by true events. But I believe it's just a true story, and really enjoyed that movie. But I won't be able to probably buy it on DVD or Blu-ray, which kind of sucks because I really enjoy it, and I know since I pay for it on Disney Plus. But I always say this about a streaming service: what if the streaming service goes away? What if that it just bye-bye? You know what I mean? Let's say Disney Plus, even though they're the big, gigantic thing right now. What happens if they go bye-bye? What happens if Netflix goes bye-bye? What if? I love that word, the words what if. I'm that guy that likes that hard copy. Even though I love, like, I do get the MP3s, and I do buy stuff online. But I still buy, if I can, the physical copy of CDs. Because one day, you want to be able to have them. And it's so funny because right now I'm hearing they're taking away CD players. And I'm like, man, that's tough. But just like anything, everything almost like reproduces itself or almost recycles. I mean, look, vinyls are coming back. I just went to Walmart and there's more vinyls than CDs with record players. And now you can put it into your MP3. You can put it into your computer. You can make them into MP3s. So I feel like one day it'll come back if they really is taking all the CDs out, because I know my car, my Dodge Challenger, there's no CD in that car. I have to use a little SD card to put my music in. I have to insert that in there, right? And I can still use my Bluetooth, of course, yes. But yeah. So to answer your question, is I do like them. I'm excited, but at the same time, it's like I want to. If I like the movie, I want to buy it. You know what I mean? Like Mandalorian. Oh my God. Like I love that series on Disney Plus. Want to buy that? And I don't know if they're going to do it. Cobra Kai. And that's on YouTube. And now, well, YouTube Red, YouTube TV. Now it's just going to go on YouTube. Season 3 and Season 4 are going to be free for anybody to watch, which is crazy. And so I feel like they're going to have to put that on DVD, Blu-ray. And it's so funny because you would think it'd be on Blu-ray, Season 1 and 2 they did, but they only did Season 1 and 2. They only, and it was only on DVD. They ain't having on Blu-ray, right? But I wanted to get it because they had that, and plus, if you saw the reaction, they got the headband. They had the Miyagi-Do with the white with Danielson, and they had the Cobra Kai. If you flip around the Cobra Kai, you had that. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And that was worth the collectible for sure. So that was question number 1. Thank you so much for that, Miss. I want to say Miss, but hello of crazy at Yahoo. Thank you so much for that. Let's see what's going on in the chat. We see you. I'm here. Yeah, from Foxy Roxy. I'll be in and out and running errands. Thank you, Foxy. Share this to all your family and friends, and let's get this place rolling and rocking. I appreciate that. Let's go on to question 2. Question 2 says, let's see, 2 Muncho at Yahoo said, is it Muncho? Yeah, 2 Muncho at AOL. Did you hear the new Eminem album? And if so, what do you think? There you go. Well, to tell you the truth, yes, I did. I did hear the new Eminem CD. Of course, I listened to both versions, the explicit and, of course, the edited, the censored. I will listen to the censored after I listen to the explicit because I want to hear like the full message of what he's trying to say, because he gets crazy and I just feel like, yeah, music does have that. I understand when people artists say, that's why we curse, is because of that or the texture or certain things. And so I just hear that, even though I cringe at some of it most of the time. I just listen to hear what the artist is really doing, and then I can cut to the other stuff. Because sometimes they curse so much, they got so much going on, you can't really hear it, what truly is what's being said in the edited version. So that's why I do that. But then when I'm out with my friends, or I'm out, if I played at the school, if I play with, I always find the edited version, because cursing, yes, I do it from time to time. We're not perfect, but I try to really cut back because it's just kind of gross. Everything out your mouth is F this and F that and mother F and S this and D that and A. It's like, man, it's like it's crazy, and it almost like you cringe. It almost makes you feel like you're mad too, even though I see a lot of comedy guys do it. You know what I mean? Again, I guess it's within the text. I guess when a comedy guy does it or a comedy girl, it works. Again, not every other word. You know what I mean? I will say there's one to me that did that a lot, and I feel like it was in text. Was Eddie Murphy? You know what I mean? And it's kind of funny if you kind of look back. He does a little less now than he did back in the day. Actually, check out Jimmy Fallon, and interviewing him about his purple suit from the Raw days. It's pretty funny with the answer that he gave and all these different things. And but anyways, yeah. But I want to say that he cursed a lot way back in the day, and I'm sure he still curses now, because I've heard and seen some of his newer stuff, and he still does, but it's like not as much. And he always doesn't say, he never says regrets, but he always like, man, you know what, I kind of would probably maybe do it a little differently, a little bit. You know what I mean? Just some of the stuff. So I don't know. I just think that cursing is crazy, and if we can learn to cut back, maybe it won't be so hateful when we sound and talk. But the Eminem album, actually, that musical album is genius. Every track in there is fire. I mean, it's crazy. And then he has this one song from I think it's called Godzilla. Oh my Lord, he does that rap god part in there where he flows for like 30 seconds, no breath. Gangster, man, super great, super gangster. We got Dan C is in the house. He says, "What's up, y'all? Good to see you, Dan C." Hey guys, really quickly too, if you guys want to ask me a live question, you can ask it to me live in the chat. All I ask is keep it very respectful and kind when you guys are talking to each other, and of course to me, and of course when you're answering there. Also, Maz, if you want to block anybody, you got to talk to me first, please do that as well. Don't just block anybody, not unless we know 100% they're spams and stuff like that. Make sure you do research before you take that out, or if I of course request it, because like I said, I have a couple friends in here that love to play with me, have a good time when they seem like they're spammers, but they're not. They're my closest friends and my brothers, and that's why I say put them in there. So yes. And by the way, I'll have to go between your questions here and of course the questions that were already been asked on my Instagram. And that's another thing. If you guys want to answer, get me to ask your question on air, all you have to do is go to the Instagram, Fireline ENT. Again, Fireline ENT. Go to my DM, which is the messaging part of the IG, and leave me your question there. And of course, I will ask it here. But going back to the Eminem question, track is fire. I like it how he didn't even promote it. Right, this is Nick Cannon was doing this, trying to get him to get on Wild Out, trying to do all these disses, which I have to say, man, was pretty whack. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, hey, that was tough. He tried, and I felt like he was pulling the race card in some degree, which is tough because I don't think Eminem is racist. If anything, he got more black fans. He got more black fans and more black friends and more black brothers than he does white people, and that's tough. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think he tried to play a different card and it didn't. I don't think it worked. And I don't even think M even mentioned. He might have did one or two like small mentions about the disses on the album. I know he went after MGK again. We might get a Rap Devil, Rap God Part 2, which I'm down for. You know what I mean? So, guys, if you haven't yet, go get the M album. It is good. It's got some good beats. It's something you can play in the car. Like I said, if it's not your cup of tea with the cursing, then get the edited version. At least you got the beat and you can hear it. And listen, whether he talks nonsense or whether he talks facts, whether he talks truth, whether he talks false, fake stuff, the man got talent. Did he sell his soul to the devil? I don't know. He might have. You know how that. Hey, by the way, Hollywood or Hollyweird, if you will, it is, when it comes to movies and music, believe that there's some real deal, supernatural stuff going on in there. If you want to make it to the top, there's only a few that have made it to the top and did not do anything crazy, and is still somewhat protected. But yeah. You know what I mean? It's crazy out there. So I don't know how M did it, but M is I'm gonna say is the GOAT, the greatest of all time when it comes to rap, man. He's like a star player, man. He's the first string in football, man. He the quarterback, the running back, the wide receiver, the linebacker, the front line. He the what is it? Oh my Lord, the tight end. The field goal kicker, the onside kick, what is it? The special teams. He's all the above, man. He can do it all, man. He can listen. When I say sing, did I say he sound like Dimash? No. Okay. Listen, if you don't know who Dimash is, go look him up. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyways, the man can sing. The man can rap. The man can write. He don't got no ghostwriters. My man can do it all, man. He in the studio making the beats with my boy Dre and all the other guys. So man, it's tough, man. Eminem is the man. Is the GOAT. The greatest of all time. So definitely get the new album out. I believe it's Something to Be Murdered By. I think Music to Be Murdered By, I think, is the name of the title. I'm still trying to find my edited version every time I go to Walmart because Walmart's, by the way, Walmart, if you want the edited version and don't want to get online, you can buy it at Walmart. But Walmart's been sold out of that quick. You know what I'm saying? So yes. All right, I'm going to come back to now the question for Dan C. What's your take on Goldberg coming to SmackDown on Friday? Well, I'll be honest with you. I watch wrestling, but I don't watch wrestling, if you know what I'm saying. Wrestling is at a point right now that it's kind of funny. In my career of sports, we had wrestling, or we had wrestling, then we have football, and then we have wrestling, and then football, right? And now, kind of like, okay, so if you go back to football, a huge Raider fan, you know what I mean? I'm talking back in the day when you had the players, you know what I mean? When you talking about you had Jim Plunkett, okay, Tim Brown. My all-time reason why I had football is Marcus Allen, okay? He the man, and he the GOAT. I actually watched a life story of him and found out some crazy stuff that I did not know about from one of my favorite players of all time. I did not even know, and that's why he is the GOAT, and that's why he was great at what he did, because of this. And I'll maybe share that a little bit. But so I did that, and then had all these great players. I kind of watched the Raiders all the way until Marcus Allen was just not being used, and that's part of the whole story. Just they not they just Al Davis, the man, the not the coach, but the head lead guy. You know what I mean? The president of the company, if you will, right? The owner, Mr. Al Davis, was like, hey, I don't like him. We done. And I don't know if that was the case, that easy, that simple, but it just seemed like it because they never played him for almost 6 years. They made him a fullback for at least 4 of those years. In 2 years, he sat on the sideline, didn't do nothing, except here and there. And and then he moved on to the Chiefs, the KC, Kansas City. And I became a huge fan of KC, especially when they had the dream team. They had Joe Montana and Marcus Allen on the same team. The only way they could have got better than that is that they had Jerry Rice in the mix. Oh, Lord. I think they had my boy Bird in there. But I will say this, man. I'm going to tell you right now. That first year, from 1994, that was their first year that they almost went to the Super Bowl because of those guys. And, of course, the team bringing them all together and making them happen. And, of course, they lost against the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship. And, And then, of course, it's kind of funny, skip forward 30 years later or something years later, how many years, right? And KC won their first Super Bowl, you know what I mean, after 50 years. So, my man, I actually really wanted the Chiefs to win. I love the Niners as well. They got some good players, but, man, it was cool to see the Chiefs do their thing. And they got some crazy players as well. And then, like I said, after like 96, 97, when Marcus Allen and Joe Montana both retired, I retired my football, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't have anybody. I can't find nobody else. I was trying to go to Reggie Bush from UFC because when I say UFC, again, my dad raised me on that time period in USC, and I always try to get players from there. And Reggie Bush was one, and I was like, man, he looks someone I could follow. And then same thing. I don't know. No one had the magic of Marcus Allen, man. No one had the magic of Joe Montana. I mean, they do here and there, but they just had something. And what's up? Chalino is in the house. What's going on, brother? Yeah, I just can't find nobody, right? And so then, of course, I went to wrestling, right? Hogan fan, Ultimate Warrior fan, all these different things, man. You're good, man. You're not late. You're right on time. There's all these things, right? And then, of course, as the WWF, the WWE era to the WCW, then the Ric Flairs, and in the Booker T's, Harlem Heat, if you will, the Giant, all those different things before the Big Show, and then of course the Surfer Sting, ow, okay, right, and he obviously changed the times and went to the Crow Sting, which everybody lost their dang minds. And then, of course, before that was obviously the NWO was formed. And that whole thing became, you got Kurt Hennig, you got the Macho Man, you got all these guys that jumped in there. And it's crazy, right? Crazy. So I was like, this is great. I'm into it. And then, of course, on the other side, you had, WWE, you have them pushing out, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, If You Smell It, The Rock. You got, Chris Jericho was still in WCW, but of course later on Y2J. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they had all these different things going on like both sides, right? And of course, when WCW got acquired from their competition, which was WWE, said, hey, we're going to buy you out. Bam, bring it on in. It is what it is, right? And so with that, wrestling was good for a little bit as well. And then as we get on to down to 2000s, we talking about like late 2000s. I'm just like, man, even then it was all right. But then like these last few years, oof, and it had nothing to do with the ladies. Ladies actually have stepped up to the plate or was not able to be a part of that platform now and just kill it. They got better matches than some of the guys, and they got better storylines than some of the guys. I just wish they don't make them sexualized. That's my biggest thing, man. I understand, if you're sexy, flaunt it. I get it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Women should not be exploited. They get upset. Apparently, they get upset when they're like, "Oh, well, people think of me as a sex object." Well, if you over there in a string being, string thong up the string up the booty, and a sticker is over the nipple, and be like, "Okay, I'm a role model, and I'm gonna be wrestling." How are you gonna be taken as a serious wrestler? You're gonna be looked at as, "Oh, she's some sex object." That's just how we think. That's just natural thinking. That's not being mean or rude. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if they don't want to be that, then maybe change the wardrobe up a little bit. Don't have the stringy string. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Divas are off the chain. My man said again, they're off the chain. They're great, but and some of them do actually dress decently. No joke. But there are those occasions that you're like, man, what the heck? And then it is what it is. Now, granted, us guys got to get our heads out the gutter. It is true, but just saying, man, it's a mixture of both. There's got to be, everything should be balanced, if that makes sense. Balance, 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 right? I'll use a perfect example. Halftime show. I almost said Jay Leno. No, not Jay Leno. If I saw Jay Leno in that outfit, whoa, turn off the channel. But Jennifer Lopez and Miss Shakira. Woo, whatever. Oh, heck yeah, boy. What? Those two are, I ain't gonna lie. They beautiful. They sexy. They're Latinas. I have a heart. Like, I have a soft, weak spot for all Latinas in the world. I love y'all. Just letting y'all know. Anyways, with that, I was watching some of that stuff, and I'm like, very talented, very amazing, right? But then J-Lo wore this one outfit. I'm like, dude, you look naked. And then she did this pop-up thing with a booty in the middle of the screen, like a nice boot shot. I was like, whoa. And I was like, well, maybe if it wasn't look like if you was naked, maybe if you had something different. I don't know. I'm just saying that a lot of people enjoyed it, but a lot of people thought it was sexualized or too sexy. And granted, by the way, Latinas or the Latino culture, it's all about sexy, man. Man, that culture is about love, sex, and just enjoying life, man. That's what it is. And when I say sex does not have to be intercourse. Sex can be, gazing in someone's eyes, romantic, right? All the different things, right? It's not like everybody thinks sex is just sex, intercourse. No, sex is being many different ways of how you're holding the person or how you're loving the person, right? It's weird. I can't explain it other than they're just very, I got the word, passionate individuals. Man, they are. They're very passionate. They're very passionate, right? And so with that, you see it in their music. You hear it in the music. You see them dancing, right? They're one of the very most, next to the twerking, because that's from Africa, if you will, from the black folks, if you will. The passion they have is in their dancing. They're very erotic. You know what I mean? So it's hard, right? So that's why I say, if they don't want that because they get upset, they feel like, oh, I'm getting sexualized, or I'm feeling like, oh, that we're being sexualized, or we're being like, oh, we're sex objects. Well, then you got to find out the balance of don't wear anything too crazy, right? And then, of course, maybe, tone something down a little bit. You can still be sexy, but not get over, you know what I'm saying? But we all do it, though. You know what I mean? We all do it. We all do something that we are trying to get better at. And sometimes we overcross. Sometimes we undercross. We got, that's the thing, trial and error, and we keep pushing, right? We keep checking the boundaries. But what a great, I'm not gonna lie, that was a great halftime show. It was good. Great music. I've been a Shakira fan since she first came out with whatever. I think I have it wrong. I think it's whenever. Yeah, I think that's the one. And I like that song. That's a good song. Waka Waka. Don't be judging. And then of course J-Lo, Jenny from the block. But no, man, they all got hips. Waiting for tonight. Oh, no, I can't even do that. That's not even my pitch. Anyways, but no, J-Lo, man, great artist. I've been a fan of her since her first album. Same thing with Shakira. And yes, someone put in there, my man Dan C said, yes, J-Lo killing it. at 50. Oh, 100% killing it at 50. Man, if I'm telling you what right now, when I get remarried one day, I am praying to God that my woman looks like that at 50. You know what I'm saying? Oh my Lord. Woo. Yeah, sing it. Man, I messed up. I'm feeling so long, waiting for tonight. That's all you'll get. Anyways, let's move on. I think I answered that man's question. Oh, wait. No. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to coming to SmackDown on Friday. To answer your question, my man Dan, is I don't watch this much, so I kind of heard something. There's a question I heard that is in text with the wrestling, and I'll kind of come back to that because I had read something about a match and had to do something with Goldberg. So I will say, what's my take on Goldberg coming back? I think it's great nostalgia. I think it's amazing as long as they treat and keep them safe, and of course have a great storyline. Give me the old time players, man. Give it to me as much as if they want to do it, not being forced to do it, and they're wanting, it's their passion to go do it, and you can keep them safe and you can make the storyline fantastic. By all means, get it. You know what I'm saying? So Goldberg, yes for me. We moving on to the third question, ladies and gentlemen. And that's from Fire Lightning at Yahoo said, are you excited about the John Wick 4 coming out? Yes. I'm a huge John Wick fan. Yes, man. When I saw John Wick 1, then John Wick 2, John Woke. Could you imagine John Woke? John Wick 2. That was also amazing. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Dan C. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Then you have John Wick 3. Oh my God. I feel like every time, and that's what you're supposed to do when it comes to a trilogy or to a movie, is to always keep adding it up better and better. You know what other franchise does that? Next to John Wick is Fast and the Furious. Now, I'm bringing this up because I want to share with you, I apologize that I have not put up the Fast 9 official trailer 1 reaction yet. I'm trying to shoot that tonight and try to get out for you tomorrow, if not next couple days, because I need to get it out. Just because. Because that is my favorite franchise of all time. And some of the stuff that I've seen there, I've already seen it about 100 times, guys. I've seen the trailer 100 times. I've seen the reactors reacting to it 100 times. And here's what's crazy is I have the same reaction, the same excitement. I don't go, oh, okay, since it's ready. No. So when you get my reaction, it's still going to be true. Because, man, the surprises they do, and then hearing some of the theories that are in it, oh, man. This thing could go on for days, decades. You know what I'm saying? Don't round up the player. Bars, y'all. But anyways, yes. John Wick 4, every series, again, have to come up. If you happen to get one here, it's okay. You know, if you happen to get, usually sometimes it does this, the first one, and then the second one is here, and then the third one is supposed to or come back. You know, sometimes it goes here, first one, second one, and third one. And it's so funny to me that they said the Karate Kid series does that. I'm like, no, it don't. You crazy. Because I actually like number 2 sometimes more than 1. And actually, there are times when I enjoy 3 better than the rest of the 2 because of the conflict that Daniel goes through, right? In that series, in number 3. You know, trying to see if he can do it on his own. And don't need Mr. Miyagi, right? And spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, but yes. And so in my eyes, I feel like it's 1, 2, and 3, you know, or 1, 2, and 3. It's like neck and neck, but I don't see it going down. And then of course the next Karate Kid, same thing. Yeah, it's different, and it's not my favorite out of the bunch, but it's not jacked up. It's the same thing with Rocky 5. I guarantee you right now, if Rocky 5 would have had the match between Tommy Gunn versus Rocky in a ring, that movie, I bet you, would not be on the lowest of the totem pole. It'd be up there. But the only reason why a lot of people are saying that is because they didn't get their match in the ring. They got it. They wanted to do something different. His thing is y'all talk about, oh well, you know, they don't try nothing different. I'm tired of seeing the same thing. Why don't they try stepping out and trying something new? And then when they do, look what happened. Everybody get upset and pissed off and be like, oh, well, this movie sucks. And this movie trashed the series. It's like, no, it didn't. It actually, again, a great story to me of, you know, of having complications in life. Life happens, you know. What if all this happened? You know what I'm saying? And of course, back then it was the 90s, so it was, or 80s and 90s, and it was, so stuff like that was cheesy sometimes back then. And obviously, there was cheese in that movie. I ain't gonna lie, it was a ton of cheese. But I like cheese. You know what I'm saying? If you ever saw my spaghetti and cheese that I make, I put 5, 6 different sets of cheeses on my spaghetti. So I love cheese. Anyways, so John Wick 4, yes, I'm excited. I heard it's coming out next year. I don't know if they're already starting production right now, or I think the script is somewhat done. I don't know for sure. I'm going speculation on time. So I want to say they green lighted this movie when about 2 days or a day after when they had their first release. Weekend release. They were like John Wick 4 already even not production, but already being in works. So if you're thinking of that, because that was last year, who knows? Maybe 2021, maybe the end of it, maybe the latest middle to beginning of 2022. That's what I'm thinking. Well, let me ask you this: what do you guys think? Do me a favor. If you're in the show right now, comment, guys. Comment down below and tell me about what you think about the streaming services. Do you like the Disney Plus and the Netflix and the Hulu and the Amazon Prime? Do you like that better than, you know, Blu-rays and DVDs and movie theaters? You know, did you hear the Eminem album? If you did you like it? Are you excited for John Wick 4? Yes or no in the comments. Guys, we got to start commenting more on the channel. And being more active like that. I answer pretty much like 99.9. I answer every comment, you know, and right now I can do that because there's not a lot coming in. I know one day there's going to be grips. So, you know, I'll do the best that I can at that point in time. Let me see what you just said here. Yes, I moved over to the internet TV over a year ago. Yeah, of course. Everybody's doing it right now. The only reason why I keep my cable is for my Christian channels. I mean, you can find certain things, you know, because I leave my TV on for my dog. You know, I feel like at least having him have something instead of just a quiet house all day, give him something to hear. You know, they can't see, they can't hear, they can, you know, smell, they can't, you know, they do all these things. So I like to help him so he doesn't feel, because he does have high anxiety. So I do leave something on for him to feel like someone's home, or, you know, he feels like he's not alone. So I don't want to leave my YouTube on all day, or my PS4 all day, you know, whatever it is that I use my devices to keep things on. So yeah, I just have my cable running, and I usually just only watch that. I got the basic program, but that basic program is still like $65. It's expensive, so it's pretty wild. Yeah, let's move on to question number 4. And this is from Light Cycles for Days. And MSN said, do you think they will make another Tron movie? Gosh, I hope so. Man, I love me some Tron. Yes, like the first one. Love Tron Legacy. Even checked out some of the stuff on the XD Disney show. That was great. That was great. I love it all. I don't know why, you know, it sucks that everything has to do with this. The old green dollar bill. Bills. Because, yeah, man, when a movie don't make it, perfect example. Transformers, right? I actually enjoy the entire series. There are some of them that are, of course, way better than the others. But notice how they kept making all these movies because they're making the old dollar, right? And here's the crazy part. 5 made money, but 5 lost money. Meaning, if you looked at the how much money the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, it was declining. And I think, you know, the company was like, I think it's Paramount, yeah, said, you know what? We ain't doing it. Now, what happened if Five, even though it was hated by everybody, but made this buku money like the first one did, right? Or the second one did. They buku money. I think we would end up getting another Michael Bay. I'm just saying. Because again, money talks. Money talks. When the money's doing well, they just gonna keep pressing. You know what I mean? Because obviously, you know, yes, the fans matter, but at the same time, it's like they're like, well, wait a minute. If the fans matter, well, obviously the fans must like something because the money's there. If that makes sense, right? So it's crazy. The internet's big, and I know sometimes we hear all this negativity, but the negativity is not here. The negativity is always this. We think it's this, which is everybody in the world named mamas, right? But it actually is just this. Star Wars, perfect example, right? All the hate from Star Wars is not like this. I just talked to a few people last night that said Episode 9 is their favorite movie of all time. It's not my favorite movie of all time. It's close. Because it's a great movie. I love it. You know, I love what it was trying to do. I love it like brought back the feeling of Star Wars, you know, in a weird way. With all the new elements that they're bringing in and trying to, you know, bring it into worlds, into today's world type of thing. But again, all the hate's coming from this right here. And I had found out that people that do these hate channels, they do because they get paid. They make some great money on these hate channels. They do. The ones that hate on the Star Wars, the ones that hates on the Fast and the Furious, the ones that hate on all these things that they hear a couple of things about that people don't like, and they feed off that. They feed off the anger. Yes, they feed it off, right? They feed it off, and then that's how they make their money with the clickbaits and all the stuff. Man, it's not like it's real, right? There's some, of course, that are real and truthful, but some of it's just a bunch of so they can make money. I saw someone write something in there. I'm checking it out really quickly. We got my man YT Rocket Launcher is in the house, y'all. Say what's up to this person, man. Appreciate you. Not sure if you are a male or a female, but either one, we are grateful to have you in the chat, my friend. And I want to thank you to Helen Callie for holding it down in there. Thank you, Dan C, for being here. Chalino Sanchez, I appreciate you, brother. I wish I had the super chat guys in here so you can. I know you guys love to super chat me, but I don't have it yet. And then I found out Foxy Roxy, thanks for being here as well. I found out that the super chats guys is about, not super chats, but getting monetized is about to get harder. All right, Rocket Launcher, thank you, brother, for being here. Appreciate you. If you have not liked or subscribed to my channel, please do, man. Be a part of the FIRELINE ENT family, man. We'd love to have you. Listen, it's crazy because they're about to change from only having 1,000 subscribers. You're going to need to have 4,000 subscribers. And you need to have, instead of 4,000 hours, they're going to make it 8,000 hours to get monetized. Now, guys, me on YouTube, I'm not here to make money, right? I'm here to just showcase my talent, whether it be films, whether it be music, whether it be entertaining with the editing, whether it be how I am right now as a host and showcasing you and talking to you about my love for films and music and movies and wrestling and whatever else we want to talk about, right? Just life things in general, right? And to be talking about all these different things, right? So this channel is made to just showcase, right? And if we happen to make money, let's go. If not, okay, my provider comes from, bam, somewhere else. And, you know, it's going to happen sooner or later with me making like that kind of money, you know, when I get my shots, man. It's like the Eminem song, you only got one shot. You know, it just takes one video or it takes one something from someone to see and say, hey, let's get this guy and let's move on. So that's what we're doing. But that's crazy, right, guys? That it's going to go from 1,000 hours to 4,000 hours. And it's going to go from 4,000 watch hours to 8,000 hours. I think I double said that to myself. Let me try it again. From 1,000 subscribers to 4,000 subscribers, right? And then, of course, from 4,000 hours to 8,000 hours to get monetized. That is crazy. That is crazy. And so I feel like I'm about 2,000 hours in. Already got the 1K. So I need about 2,000 more hours before February 20th. That's when it's supposedly the cutoff date, February 20th. That's when it all starts over again. People are getting upset. People are leaving YouTube. People are staying on YouTube. Like I said, I'm going to keep grinding. I don't do this to make money, if that makes sense. So that's why I started the Streamlab. I started the PayPal account. So if you guys did want to super chat me like that, if you will, because super chat, if you guys know, YouTube takes about 30 or 70%. I think it's 30%. They take 30% of whatever that you are giving us as YouTubers, right? So that's a lot of percentage for them to take, I think. You know, I think a 5% would have been cool, even 10%, but damn, 30? That's tough. So, and I thought it was 70 at one time, 70% at one point, but it's not. But like I said, that's when we got the PayPal. It's 100% that'll go to me, and you know, we'll be using that again for, you know, better equipment, for cameras, for lighting, for you know, microphones. We want to, like, we had a great time shooting over there at Comic-Con last year. We did the cosplay show. Oh, we want to do that again this year for sure, and it's doing pretty well on the channel. We need more likes on it, more views and more comments. So if you have not, go check that out under either the live shows or whatnot. And everything, by the way, guys, if you read the top of each of the things on my channel, okay, there's 10 lists. Right, I do the business page, so there's 10 lists, right? In that 10 list, it just shows my trailers, and it shows my movies, and it shows my live streams, it shows my music, it shows my school, it shows my personal stuff, it shows my church stuff. So it explains what would be in that playlist, and check that out. And it's all done by a series, so it's very well organized. You should be able to find stuff pretty dang easy. You just got to read it at the top. But yes, thank you again for everybody for being here, and if you guys are supporting, thank you so much. Again, going to Streamlabs and checking out my PayPal. So, yes, do you think to make another Tron movie? I really do hope so. I'm super excited if they do, because Tron was to me was a good good series, and I like how they kept it together. You had your 1, and they continued it with 2. And they should continue with 3, and they should keep going. I'm sure I would love to see, because the end of Tron Legacy, spoiler alert, you see, you know, I always call him Mr. Bridges. You know, his son, right, is out with the girl that has like all the technology and the knowledge from inside. And so it's like, man, what can they do in that? You know, what can they do in that? Out in the real world. We have Miss I don't know who's who anymore, because you have a different picture up. So thank you for one of my nieces for being here. Appreciate you checking it out here, girlfriend. Moving on to number 5, the 5th question of the day. It says, Dark and Light at Gmail. Do I watch scary movies? And if so, which ones are your favorite? Well, Dark and Light, thank you for putting that in. And okay, Miss Danielle, what's up, D? So do I watch scary movies? Okay, back in the heyday, I loved me some scary movies. And when I say scary, I mean I watch it all. I mean all, and then, man, crazy. And yes, I used to watch. I got into the Paranormal Activity movies. I did. Man, that was insane, right? And it's crazy because I was getting back into, you know, the whole God, right? I was getting back with God and doing these things, and I was watching these movies, and it was kind of funny because I'm watching. Sorry, guys, still have this cold. You know, watching demonic movies, but then I'm watching Christian movies, and and I'm like, you know, they're both, the entities are real. I don't know if people understand that. You know, the entity of the devil and Satan, all that's real, right? And you got the entity of God and Jesus, and that's real. And it's so funny how they can believe this is real, but they don't want to believe this is real. And you got guys that believe this is real, but they have no clue that this is real. And I'm like, dude, you can't have one then the other. It's good versus evil. That's the whole thing. And it's real, right? And I'm gonna get all into the spirituality part in the show. But I will say, I'll tell you one story why I stopped watching paranormal activity movies. Now, I do watch scary movies still. Like and I got arrested this one too, guys. I guess there's a new Saw movie coming out, and it's not what you think, because there's two people in there I didn't think were going to be in the series, and they actually, from what I saw, looks pretty dang good, which was Chris Rock and my boy Samuel Jackson. Yeah, and of course he says his mother effing line in there. He always says that line. It's like he has to say that in any movie, right? But it's called Spiral, from the Saw book, or the book Saw, or something of the series, right? From Saw. So it's like a continuation, but not, I don't know. I have to watch the trailer more in depth. But it looks cool. And my point is I love the Saw franchise. I love how it's so confusing. You have to watch it. You have to kind of, check this out, check that out, and have to try to figure out the pieces together. And I like how they link everything up together. I love stuff like that. It's a movie that you got to pay attention to and enjoy, right? And have a good time with. And yes, it's gruesome. It is. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with slasher movies, right? I'm like Halloween, you know what I mean? I don't mind those types of slasher movies. It's a demonic, like straight on super crazy demonic, where it's Freddy Krueger is demonic, but I don't know, the way they light touch it, it's different. So I don't mind Freddy. I don't know. I can elude myself or make my mind think and not go down that road. But these paranormal activity movies, though, these crazy ones, not just paranormal activities, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. I'm talking about all the paranormals. They got tons. If you go to Walmart, it's so funny. Walmart, they got this big old section for paranormal movies, tons. And then they got this little section for like Christian movies. I was laughing kind of hard at that. I was like, man, that's tough. So there was The Evil Dead, not the original, not number 2. This is the remake that they did like a couple years ago, maybe a few years ago. Me and my ex-wife were watching it on television, and the first thing that pops up on the screen says, before you watch this movie, pray, get your house blessed and say the scripture. That way your house is safe. Now, me and her looked at each other and said, oh, it's going to be one of these. I said, okay, that's tough. So I'm like, okay, we can do this, right? We can do this. We say the prayer, we do whatever. MC Slots is in the house. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So we're watching this flick, and we prayed, we said it, we did it because we're believers, and we were like, man, you know what? We gonna make sure we make sure the house is good. So we watch the beginning part, and there's these little things, these words that are popping up, and we're trying to say it. We can't say it. Like, we're literally mumbling. We can't say it. And it doesn't seem that hard of words. They're like little, they're like small words that it should be easy to pronounce. But we couldn't see. We're like we couldn't say it. It was the same as her. Like, we could not say it. And all of a sudden, obviously changes, goes to the movie. In the movie, about a quarter of the movie, they're inside the house, right? And they pick up the book and they read it, and they start reading, and they showed the text of what it was reading. And we were like, we were trying to say that. We were trying to say that. They said it, right, obviously. And that's when all hell broke loose in that movie. Crazy, crazy stuff. I say this. That was a sign to me. You didn't have to give me no order to say. You don't have to slap me twice, right? I saw that, and I was like, we just got protected from the man upstairs, because we couldn't say those words. And if y'all don't want to believe me, let me tell you something. The power of the TV, right? We are brainwashed every day from everything that we see. Everything we see. It don't matter what you're watching. And so I will say that, yes, if you're watching a scary movie, all those entities, the negativity, the craziness will just be summoned into your home. Same thing with, you know, if you're watching, a Christian movie, or if you're watching an uplifting movie, same thing. It's good. What you're vibing off there is going to come on to your home, and it's real, because we felt it. You know what I mean? I tried one more, and I was done. Babadook, and that was on my own. Heck no, I took that movie back. I bought the special edition. I bought the whole thing where the Baba. I ain't saying the name because apparently if you say the name 3 times, you done. So, anyways, I popped up that character. I got the pop-up character too. You know what I mean? I bought, it was like a $40 buy. I was like, nope. Take that sucker back. Call it a day. No, 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 no. My boys are out of school because of the snow. Yeah, okay, there you go. It's crazy, guys, of what can be put on television. So scary movies I do still like, but I have to be careful on what scary movies I do watch. Like I don't do the paranormal, like I said. If it has too much demonic stuff in it, then I don't watch it. I don't watch it just because I don't want to bring that in. That's just not me. You know what I mean? I had a hard time. Like I actually bought It 1. I bought the It, but I never watched it. The original one with Tim Curry, my guy. Anything can happen on Halloween. Your dog can turn into a cat. Yeah, Tim Curry, man. He a weird, strange individual, but I love him. He plays the coolest things, man. It's crazy. But anyways, not just the coolest, but the weirdest and the craziest. But I never seen I seen bits and pieces, so I never saw the It original until It 1 came out. The very first It, like the new It that came out. Not It 2, the first one. And so I went back and I watched and I checked out the original, and I could see why people hate clowns. Because if that would have been me, if I would have watched that, I would have hated clowns. No joke. And it's cheesy, but I will say that, yeah, back then I would have definitely hated clowns. So I saw that, then I saw It 1. And I want to say, yeah, I see the demonicness in that movie. And I was like, I don't know. And I bought it. But It 2, I went to go see that and said the same thing. Same thing. It was way too much. I didn't even buy that one. I didn't buy it. Even if it finishes off the book, finishes off the series, I didn't buy it. Now, I watched the second one knowing, because I wanted to see how the story end, and I figured that's only one chapter I got to worry about, one thing, right? One book, done. See, Paranormal Activity, I stopped watching at 4. I think 4, because there ended up being a spinoff, which was somewhat 5. Then there was another one. Then there was 6. And I was like, man, I want to see how this ends too. But it got too crazy. And then they have spinoffs with other movies with The Conjuring and then the Annabelle and all the. I was like, yeah. So slasher movies, yes. Saw movies, yes. Demonic movies, heck no. Let's move on. I see you guys over here. Nice to see you too. Miss MC Slots. It's snowing over there. That is awesome. Are you still where you at your new place, or did you move back home? Where'd you go? Miss MC Slots. Moving on to the next question. We got Tara for president, and Yahoo said, do I have any new movies coming out? Oh, okay, a question for me. Like that. Matter of fact, I do. This is one reason why, guys, I drive myself crazy. Because of all the stuff that I do. And by the way, when you hear the word FIRELINE ENT, and you think of a team, there kind of is, but it's most likely me at the moment. And I'm not taking that away from anybody that helps me, like an Andy Block, like an Alan Harris, like a Dave Lopez, any of these people, right? People that are part of my stunt team, people that do certain makeup stuff here and there, like, yeah, they're always a part of the team, but no one is like official. Like, it's not like, okay, this is, you know what I mean? Like, I edit, I film, and I go. You know what I mean? So everything is somewhat always me, or I have the idea, and then I bring people in. So that's why everything is so crazy, because I have my martial arts school, and then I do this, then I do my films, and then I even my music, and it's just trying to find the time. You know what I mean? People say, you know, you should get up earlier and work more. And it's like, okay, but they don't understand. Sometimes I flip it. I tried that, by the way, but it didn't work for me, which was I basically, how my day goes is like this. I wake up about 9 o'clock. I get up around 10 because I sit in my bed and I chill and relax and, you know, thank God for all the things that he does for me. Lay down with my dog, hang out, you know what I mean? Just enjoy the morning for a second. And then I get up, um, I start putting stuff together for, you know, what am I going to do live, or what am I going to record, or what am I going to shoot, or I'm working or editing on a film. And then get things ready for the school, and then I head over to the school, and then I do my either private lessons, I do help do my classes, I do all these different things there, and then I leave, and then I come back home, and then I do that again with more filming or editing. If I do a live, I do whatever, and then I do that till 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I redo it again. People is like, well, go to bed at 11, wake up at like 6, and start. And that way I can go to the gym, I can do the things. So I tried that, and it never worked. It was wasn't for me. And not saying that won't work later. I don't know. I'll try it again, but it's just tough. So I'm trying to get better by going to bed a little earlier and trying to, you know, just get up a little earlier and try to. But it's tough because, you know, like I said, you know, when my editing system and my editing things I'm doing, it always doesn't work out all the way like, you know what I mean? There's one time where I was working on a project and it just cut off. It didn't even save it. So the 4 hour work I just did, gone. So you know me, well, if you don't, I'm very competitive and I'm very, you know, want to get things done. Next thing you know, I'm over here trying to redo the whole thing, and I do it in half the time because I know how I did it. So now I do it in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So now it's a 6 hour event instead of, you see what I'm saying? But it could have been a 4. So with that, answer the question. I have hopefully 4 movies coming out this year. Right now, we're finishing up on the trailer's done. We're just trying to get more cool looking stuff in the trailer to make it even look more ooh, right? So waiting on that to be finished, then I can drop it. Then poster is almost done, so we can drop it. Then we're looking to maybe drop it. I was going to do it in March, but I was like, you know what? We could drop the movie on. It is a kind of Christian action film. It's a really great concept. No one has ever really done it like this, and I'm hoping that it catches someone's eye. I hope it does. And it's a great story. It's pretty much true events in a sense. And it's called The Fight, and we might drop it on Easter. That's my game plan as of now. And then I have a film that I've been working on since 2006. That's what I said it. And I've been trying to find a way to get that film out. I found a way, and I'm already right now merging it together with the new footage and the old footage, and I'm merging it together. And that would be the next one. And that was that movie was called The Game, aka Far Away, aka now it's called Unforgotten. By the way, my daughter came up with that title. And it could change to one more depending if I add one scene of a new scene, and then it would be called Payback. But I don't know if I'm going to do that yet, so we'll see. So it's either going to be Unforgotten or Payback, and that's the next one that's coming out after that. Then I got a new one from my friend Danny Lopez. He's got one called TCB, called Taking Care of Business, and I'm going to play his cousin, and it's like a mob story, and it's kind of cool. We're going to have a fight scene of me and him fighting. I'm going to have to think about some cool stuff, like go back in the day and think about the good times, and we're going to have a cool fight scene. So that's going to be awesome. I don't know when that's coming up, but I know he's working on that. And he also said there's another one he's working on as well, which I'm sure I'll be brought into that project. And then I got mine, other one that's either I don't know which one we're going to do yet, but one's called The Escape or Copy. I just don't know which one we're shooting yet. Okay, there is going to be a fight too, but right now we're not going to try to get into all that. We're just trying to get things what we got on the plate right now. So yes, there's a lot of stuff, guys, for the film part of FIRELINE ENT keep posting, or keep posted, keep watching, keep being excited, and enjoy all the fun stuff that we're doing. So yes, got all that craziness. Of course, getting music, also gonna throw music in there as well. So you'll see that. Thank you for that question. Appreciate that from you, Miss Tara for president. I'll vote for you any day. There you go. All right. Giving it all the way at AOL says, what kind of music do you listen to? Do you have any favorite bands or artists? Well, yes, I do. Uh, Favorite band of all time is Linkin Park, right? And it sucks that my man Chester Bennington had passed away. R.I.P. to you, my friend. And just an amazing, incredible singer. Made me want to sing. Made me want to. When I first heard their album come out, Hyper Theory, this is before I even knew they were Hyper Theory, before Linkin Park, right? I became a fan and finding out about that. But you had what was it? Linkin Park that came out, and I wanted to make music. Like, I already made music before then. Like, I started being a musician at like 12 years old. And then I think Linkin Park came out like when I was 16, 17 years old. And I was like, man, I gotta work on this, because Disturbed came out, Papa Roach came out. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get into this whole rock hip hop type of thing. And Linkin Park was more on the rock hip hop than the other two. Were really just kind of more metal, hardcore-ish. I think it went Disturbed, Papa Roach, and then Linkin Park as far as like metal, right? And Papa Roach ain't even metal, but they were in that hard, like they were hard, you know what I mean, at one point. But anyways, Linkin Park, yes, greatest of all time. Rappers, oh man, I don't know. Other than Eminem, man, he the GOAT. I always said that already early in this video. And I like his collabs. I like his recovery CD a lot. His recovery CD when he was, had finished battling his alcoholism and other stuff, even his drugs. Man, that was some great piece of work. That was the hooks are off the chain. Music you vibe to, you can bump in your car, you can, you know what I mean? It's just good feeling, you know what I mean? So yeah. But I like all kind of genre music. I love rock. I love hip hop. I love alternative. I love gothic. I love instrumental. I love jazz. I love blues. I love the EDM. The techno, the trance. I don't like it by itself, but I like it when it's in a particular way of song. And I'll give you a perfect example. I don't like opera, but I do like opera that's mixed, like Nightwish. Nightwish has like that metal, rockish, hardcore sound, and then that girl that sings it, man, oh my god, she like someone said, it's an angel's voice, or it's like eclectic warrior type of sounding. Oh man, yeah, she's amazing. And so like that, I don't mind. And then I've heard stuff with opera with techno or dance, and I've heard opera with other sorts, and it works for me. The epicness of it's very epic. But by itself, no. Love orchestra, like theme music. You know what I mean? Like that John Williams, man. Oh, Hans Zimmer, all day long. So yes, as a musician, you have to kind of like all genres. To me personally, to be able to make music. If you listen to any of my albums, my newer stuff, no, actually no. If you listen to some of my older stuff, you could hear like in my jazz tracks, you can hear hip hop. You can hear other styles of music. If you listen to my industrial gothic type of style of music, you can hear the jazzy, bluesy. You can hear the hip hop. You can hear techno. You know what I mean? So I always mix it. You hear my alternative album. You can hear it all in there. You see what I'm saying? So like my music influences, but you really want to get a huge flavor variety. Definitely my newer albums, my Fall to the Light. Everything You Need, Out of This World, like you could tell on those, I really went crazy. So yes, love all that, man. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. Where you at? Giving it all the way. Thank you for that question. And I hope I answered it to you. So there you go. I will. I'm gonna add one more, and I can't believe I almost forgot to say it. NF. I love NF. NF is literally Christian's Eminem. No joke. I think he flows, he writes his own stuff, and he freestyles, and he's the GOAT, in my opinion, of rap as well. I don't know if he's been around as much as M, that's why I give M that title of the GOAT, but NF has been around for a while too. I think he's one of the GOATs as well, because he don't curse, and he still raps hard beats. I will say I wish he did change up, and I know that's not his thing, you know what I mean? But as an artist, you gotta flip it a little bit here and there. But I feel like he does that cinematic style sound, which is fine, and I love every single one of it, don't get me wrong. But there's a part of me that's like, man, I want to hear a switch up. And so I'm looking forward to that. You know what I mean? So yes. So here's my three, just right off the bat. And like these are not just like, let me see, I'm trying to make sure I say it right. I like them all. I like all these bands. I like so many bands. I'm just not gonna name them all, right? Or artists. I'm just gonna name these top three, which is gonna be Linkin Park, NF, and M, right? We'll just keep it simple like that. Nightwish, there you go. All right. Dancing Twins at Gmail. Did you hear about the new Step Up movie called Step Up the Year of Dance? Is it coming out in theaters? Well, it's funny that you asked that, Miss Dancing Twins. I hope you are a miss. But let me say this. I did see it, and I saw it on Vudu. It was on the checkout section, and I was like, "This is a new Step Up movie." I was like, "No, there ain't no way." I'm like, "There ain't no way." I clicked it, and there's a way. It's an Asian theme. I don't know. I love these dance movies. Don't get me wrong. I love them. You Got Served, Stomp the Yard, Save the Last Dance. Step Up. I love the Step Up series. I think his name is Adam Stever. He played Moose, or Mouse, if you will, in the Step Up series. I'm surprised. You know what? I'm gonna find the man's name because I feel bad that I'm messing this dude's name up. Hold up, because I really like this guy's dance. He's got skill. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Find it right here. Adema, that's good. Adema's a good band too, by the way. Adam, from Step Up. Adam Savani, if I said his name out, that's what it is. And dude, he's an amazing dancer, man. But I really wish they would have kind of kept the format. I think they kind of went off the deep end with 5, I think. They were in Vegas or I think it was Vegas, where they came together and they had this big matchup, and they brought back other cast members from other movies, but they didn't get the 2 biggest ones. And that's what they should have did. They should have brought back Christian Bale. Could you imagine Christian Bale doing a movie like this? Oh my God. I'm blanking his name. Are you kidding me? Channing Tatum. Right? They should have brought back Channing Tatum. And I'm gonna find the girl's name because I want to give that girl a shout out too. So Shannon. And I think it's her, I don't know if it's his ex-wife now. Yeah, it is, because it says Gina Dewan split. So yeah, they ain't together no more. But if they would have got those 2 characters, you know what I mean? Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan, if they would have got those 2 characters back somewhere in 4 or 5 and link it together, you know what I mean? Like, it was nice to see Channing Tatum in 2, even though it was for a few seconds in the beginning. It was really nice to see that he was a part of this world. But I think that's why they're unsuccessful, because and not, when I say unsuccessful, meaning they ain't making the big bucks. I don't know how much they're making for the films, like how much it costs to make the films. It can't be that much. So whatever they are making a little bit of, because they're hardcore fans, they're making, I think, money from it. Just not what they would probably like to, if that makes sense. So I will say that I want to say 1, was one of the biggest grossing, and then of course 2, same thing, and then after that I think it just started dwindling, right? Now, by the way, when you see a movie go straight to, a streaming service or straight to DVD or Blu-ray, it does not mean they didn't make money. That just means they're going to get their money faster. That's one thing that I heard and read about, that when people make movies that go straight to DVD or Blu-ray, it's not that the movie sucks, not that nobody didn't want to see it. It's that they're cutting out the middle guy, say bye-bye to the theater, and just getting their money faster. That's from what I heard is what happens when you do that. So with that, am I excited to see this? I'll probably watch it on the Vudu. But yeah, I really wish they would just bring back some of the old cast, and who knows, maybe they might show up. It kind of happened with Tokyo Drift with Vin Diesel. No one expected him to ever pop up, and he showed up in the very ending scene looking at Sam. You know what I mean? I think that's his character. No, or Seth. Oh my God, no, my man Sean. Look at my man Sean, right before they raced, and so, but that was like at a post-credit scene almost. So maybe they might have that there. So yes, I love step-up movies. I love dance movies. I somewhat have a secret love spot in my heart for musicals and dancing. And so my dad used to used to make me watch these old school movies like Singing in the Rain and, all these different movies back in the day. And actually I like them more now than I did back then, because I was a kid. When you're a kid, you don't, kind of don't appreciate those things. And I do now, right? And so, yeah, I love all types of dance movies. I love this movie called Tap. And go check that out, man. It's literally what it means. It's a tap movie. And it's kind of cool that they kind of mix tap and hip hop, and it's pretty dang cool. So check out the movie Tap. I think you guys will enjoy that movie. And let me just do one thing, one step further. We're just gonna, let's see here, Tap, starring, let me see. Tap. It's not popping up. Let's see. I got it. There he is. Gregory Hines is his name, man. I haven't said that name in a long time. Gregory Hines. That's the guy. It's called Tap, and you'll like it. And you can actually type it on YouTube. You want to see a clip. It's called the new Tap shoes for Max. That's where they put this speaker type of sound effects on his bottom of his tap of his shoes. So when he hits, you could hear it. You could hear nice sound. So imagine with the beat, boom, boom, right, and you hit it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go put that movie on when I'm done with this show. I like that. After eating KBQ. D, I already know you already heard that. Nope. KBQ first, then we do that. All right, anyways, moving on to the next question. We thank you so much for that, Dancing Twins. Let's see. May the force be with you at Yahoo says, are you excited about season 2 of The Mandalorian, which I believe is coming out in October, plus they will launch new spinoff? Wow. Yes, I heard about season 2 coming out, and I heard about that's coming out in October, so I'm very excited for that. And the spinoffs, we'll see. I'm one of those guys that love Star Wars, man. Give me all that I need. Bam, just give it to me. I don't care what it is. Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Jango Fett, Jabba the Hutt, Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, which we still getting. Baby Yoda, Luke Skywalker. I'm gonna say it, yes. Kylo Ren. I love me some Kylo Ren. Some Rey Skywalker. Yes, I said don't be hating the play, hate the game, y'all. But I love me some Rey Skywalker. And I can say that if you haven't seen the movie yet, you've been living under a rock. Then you got, C3. Man, just give me these movies, man. I don't care what it is. Old, new, Old Republic, New Republic, back in the day Republic, in the hood Republic. I don't care. I love me some Star Wars. I ain't never gonna hate, There might be, if they get too crazy with it, I may not, watch it. I watch it once called a day. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I will always, I love Star Wars, man. I love it. I love it. I love the OG. People think because I like the new trilogy, they're like, oh, you don't like the OG then. Like, bull crap, I don't. I love the OG. OG is one of the greatest of all time. Series, yes. Prequels, I love the prequels. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me so happy to see you. Yes, I like me some Jar Jar Binks. And your point is, what? Now, I'm going to use like my, we're going to talk about him in a second, but I'll use one of his sayings. Fight me if you don't like it. Fight me. Go ahead. Shout out to you, No Life Shack. I love you, brother. Anyways, all these guys, right? All these characters, man, I love them. Bring them in. I love the Star Wars universe, man. The more Star Wars, come on, bring it. Why we hating? Don't you guys know if you hating, we ain't gonna get what you want anyways. Why don't you start being more kind and you might get what you like? Maybe. Just letting you know. Someone's incentive is not hate. Just letting you know. If anything, you're going to make them go down the dark side. If you've seen the originals, you see what happens to Palpatine and what you see what I'm saying? Yeah, don't be pushing people too far, man. They're going to come on. You know what I'm saying? But like everybody in the chat. Feel your anger. They'll be like, do it. Do it. There you go. It sounded like I saw that one guy from Adam Sandler's movies. You can do it. It's not even Palpatine's voice. That's good. But yes, I can't wait for all the spinoffs. If they're doing it. And again, as long as it makes sense too, you know, if it's just out of wax and out of whack and don't make no sense, I probably won't. I'll like it, but I probably won't like enjoy it like the rest of them. But man, like I said, I enjoyed the OG. I love the prequels. I love the new trilogy. I love the spinoffs, you know, with Rogue One and Solo. So, man, I'm going to tell you right now, if you have not made a movie, you can't talk crap. Just letting you know. It's hard to make a movie and it's hard to please fans. It really is. All right, moving on to the next one. AEW is better at AOL. Oh, Lord have mercy. Did you hear that Sting versus The Rock? What? If you smell, yeah. It's supposed to happen at the Saudi Arabia event at the end of February. Do you want to see them fight? Oof. Well, of course, I want to see my boy Sting come back. Obviously, he had his neck injury, and you know, he had to go in retirement a little earlier than usual. He was only going to do a couple years, but he had to X out quicker. And because my man did really, really well in his life, in his real estate, he don't need to come back. That's why a lot of these guys are coming back because, you know, that has injuries and all these different things because they could use the money a little bit, right? Not saying that they don't want to come back because they love the sport, but the paycheck's there. And they're like, okay, let's go. And Sting don't even do that. His life is fine. And even with Shawn Michaels, right? And Shawn Michaels' life is doing well too. If you notice, you know, he's doing very little small things here and there. But with that, the only way you're getting him back, I don't even think the great one can get him back. The only way he coming back, he already said it multiple times. He says he's fighting Taker. Right? And I have a close friend of mine by the name of Dave. I'm surprised he's not in the chat today. But I heard that Dave said that the Undertaker's not doing too well. Like physically. Which we already know that already. So I don't know. You know, I don't know what's going to happen. But what I like to see, Sting versus The Rock. Now, I did a little research on that, and it said that Sting basically has not responded, or basically, I'm not sure if he wants to do it or not. So it's probably not going to happen. Even Goldberg had a talk about Sting versus Goldberg. You know what I mean? It may be at the Saudi Arabia event, but again, no answers or no, you know, nothing has been talked about other than a thought process. I know the Sting versus The Rock was supposed to happen way back in the day when WCW got acquired. Also with Stone Cold Steve Austin, he was supposed to have the match. I think it was WrestleMania 17 or 18 when it was The Rock, or oh man, not Rock, sorry, Stone Cold versus, oh man, why can't I think of the name? But there was an opponent that Steve Austin went up against, and I don't know who it is. I apologize for not knowing. But it was supposed to be Sting versus Stone Cold for that main event, and they were very close to negotiations, but something happened where Sting could not do it, and then boom, it ended up being that match. I think it was either WrestleMania 17 or WrestleMania 8. I think something in there along those lines. So, man, Sting would have had, if he would have just went WWE, and again, a lot of you guys like, man, how come he didn't? Well, number one, his Time Warner contract was paying, and he was not allowed to wrestle for any other company for at least 3 or 4 years after that, you know, split, when WCW said goodbye, right? So not that even if he wanted to, he couldn't because of his contract. Then of course he got the okay, and that's when in 2004 he started messing with TNA. And again, I think he wanted to be a part of something revolutionize and something that he could, help out the company. And WWE didn't need the help. He was, they already made, right? And I think he's that type of guy. He's that type of guy that likes to help rebuild or build and become this boom. That's what he did with WCW, right? And so with that, he also said something about, he didn't want his character to be tainted, which I agree. I think a lot of WCW players were tainted by some of the stuff that Vince McMahon tried to use or underhanded because of WCW was that second class citizen, on the wrestling section. And then of course, beating Raw and whatever else, SmackDown, whatever it was, beating up everybody. And then all of a sudden WWE taking it all over again and smashing it. And so, yeah, of course, sometimes the characters could be maybe misled or not giving them the greats of, hey, this guy's awesome, come on in. It's more like, hey, you got to prove yourself, come on in. It's like, no, these guys already proved themselves. Why you got to make them prove themselves again here? Like Booker T, I got to give it. Booker T had to prove himself again. Same thing with Y2J had to prove himself again. And see, Sting saw that and he's like, I don't got to do that again. I put on my heart, blood, sweat, and tears. I don't got to do that again. That's crazy, right? And look, he is still one of the biggest names in wrestling, Sting, right? To be a part of what's happening, right? He don't even got to wrestle and people still love him, love his character. You know what I mean? So his legacy will live on. I wish we could have got him a little bit more. Am I excited to see Sting versus The Rock? Yes. Would I have been even excited back in the heyday? Yes, of course. Him and Stone Cold, Sting, Sting and Stone Cold versus Stone Cold, yes. Sting versus The Rock, yes. Sting versus Triple H, Sting versus Undertaker, yes. Sting and Goldberg again, if that happens. Yes, I love to see it all. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But we shall see what we shall see. As they say in wrestling all the time, never say never, right? All right, thank you for that. And then let's go. We got one more thing here. I think we got one more question here. Let's see what that is here real quick. Thank you, guys. We're going to go to the chat real quick, see what y'all are saying. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to refresh this, ladies and gentlemen, because I feel like maybe some new things were said and I can't see. Come on. All right, there we go. Sushi, my niece. All right. All right, let's get on here. Final question of the day, it looks like. By Yabba Dabba Bam Doo. Yabba Dabba Doo. Let's see. At Gmail says, do you watch other YouTube channels? If so, who do you watch? Yes, I do watch YouTube pretty frequently just to kind of see what's out there. And I'm not going to lie, man, that's why I crack up laughing. Or I get sometimes saddened. So I do both. I laugh and then I also get saddened when I watch a channel where, they're just hating or they're being rude, disrespectful, or they're just doing a live like this and they just sitting there on the screen and not really saying nothing, not interacting, not even caring, just kind of doing whatever. And they got like 100 people watching, or they got 1,000 views, 2,000 views, 5,000 views, 10,000 views, 100,000 views. And I'm like, whoa, it's like, what am I doing wrong? Do I need to do the same thing? It's like, it's crazy to me. I get saddened because like I put hard work and I have lots of charisma, and it's like, wow, what is going on? And so watching these other guys that I'm about to name right now really helped me to inspire to keep pushing and moving on the YouTube side of doing this section of it, because my thing is doing films and music, but doing this side, doing kind of like not movie news, but be able to get on a live and to chit chat to you about music and my thoughts about film and again music and life in general, and it's amazing. So here's some shout outs to you. Thank you so much, Helen Callie, one of my greatest supporters. Appreciate you for that. So here are some of the guys. I wrote it down here. I'm going to share with you because and this is not even half of them. This is only some of them that I watch. Okay. So shout out to Tyrone Magnus. He's one of the greatest guys I've seen here on YouTube. No Life Shack. That's tough, baby. That's my band right there. No Life Shack. You know what I'm saying? He's awesome. SEN Live with my man Christian Harloff, Mark Ellis, Kate Mulligan, Brad Sheridan, Winston Marshall, and Ben Goddard, and of course RB3. All my boys, all my friends from the Schmo Down. Yes, bam. I know these guys were from Collider, or first and foremost they were from Schmo's Nose. Some of those, guys back in the day, Schmo's Nose, and then of course Collider, and now doing their own thing is SEN Live. And man, it's great. It's funny. You got to go check their stuff out, man. It's great. They got that Schmobot. By the way, if you don't like cursing, just cover your ears because it gets raunchy on the show. John Campia show. You got to give it to, and Robert Burnett when he owned the show. And of course, the lovely ladies that are on that show as well. Stevie Knight, just found him. I like checking him out with music. Crip, my boy Crip. He's also, man, next to No Life Shack. They're both, to me, one of the greatest. You know what I mean? I'm gonna call them the GOATs, if you will. Crypt is actual rapper as well as a YouTuber. Does the music reviews, stuff like that. Great, phenomenal. You guys gotta check out his Godzilla remix. Oh, off the chain. No Life Shack, same thing. Like I said earlier, he's music as well. He also does some comedy stuff. But he has his wife JoJo, which is great. They have that. Was it No Life Shack and JoJo? They have that new channel. Go check them out as well. We have the Real Rejects with Greg Alba and John Humphreys. They're my buddies. They're doing great. I know Greg Alba has his brother Anthony Alba, and they have his YouTube channel. I think it's J Coy or something like that. But I'm sure you can find him through Greg Alba's channel, which is called The Real Rejects, by the way. And of course, John Humphreys. And also, shout out to Late to the Party, Robert and Vanessa. Love those guys, man. They're amazing, cute couple. And when y'all get married, y'all got to give me the invite. Anyways, they do great. They do movie reviews and all these different things. And so check them out. I check out all the Family Feud stuff. I love Family Feud. I love Steve Harvey. Makes me laugh, man. It's good stuff. I check out all the Tonight Show stuff. Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, James Corden. What's his name? Corbin? No, not Corbin. I just said it. Conan. You know what I mean? And a few others. I like those guys. Guys that spinned off from Collider, doing their own thing. John Roca. Check him out. The Outlaw, baby. Mark Yodi Riley. Got to check out his new show called, I think it's The Cantina. Check that show out from Mark Riley. John Roca has a show called Deep Cuts. Check that out as well. Roxy Stryer, ladies and gentlemen, from Popcorn News or Popcorn. I think it's Popcorn News. But I said news. Popcorn News, I think is what it's called. And Mike Kalinowski is also part of that with the DCs. They talk about movie comics and stuff like that. And so yes, Dan Murrow, I know he's all over the place doing things now with different people. So they got, guys, check all these are the people all I watch, and that's not even half. That's a quarter. We'd be here all day if I talk, and I might do another one later and talk about the shout outs there. But all these guys, Tyrone Magnus, by the way, he does. I didn't really give him a title because he started off as movie reacting, like movie trailer reaction. I can't speak. Movie trailer reactions, right? And then he moved into like everything. Like he does everything now. He does comedy. I don't think he does music though. I don't think he does music, but he does like the whole challenges. I know he wants to do acting. I know he's got a few movies coming out. I think he's got one with Michael Jai White. That's it. Michael Jai, whatever y'all want, fight me, like I said. No Life Shack, there you go again. Anyways, but yes, Tyrone Magnus is again one of the greats. These again are all the guys that I admire and try to you have to have people that have done it, and you want to try to follow their lead, but then make your own, so you become better, right? That's how life is, right? And so. Thank you to you guys. If you heard me, if you ever get a chance, if you ever see this, guys, on the live, I appreciate all you guys that have inspired me to keep doing what I'm doing. So thank you guys so much for all the guys here on YouTube that I just called out. And I also appreciate all you guys here on the FIRELINE ENT channel. And I thank you guys very, very much. And with that, in just a few seconds, we're going to call it a day here on FIRELINE Live. And we're going to keep pressing and keep pushing. We got so much stuff, like I said, coming out for you in 2020. All I can ask and say is support. Guys, let me explain something to you. You hitting the like button really helps. You subscribing really helps. You commenting really helps. And the commenting locks you in for the subscription. Okay? Let me say that again. When you actually comment on a video, it locks you in for us being subscribed to each other. So do that, guys. Do that. I know on the notifications, you can hit the bell and you can do personalized. You can do all the time, or you can do none. Hit that one where you can do all the time, right? And the thing is this. I know sometimes YouTube right now is getting to where people don't get the notification bells. But I know I always repost. I always do a picture. I always do something to say, hey, this is coming up. Please look at those feeds and jump in. We got to get these views up. We got to get these likes up. We got to get these comments up. You know, if I want to make it to that next level for all the things I want to do, let me say this, guys. My goal is to help other people get where they want to be, right? I'm trying to get where I need to be. It's like 30 years in the making, right? Trying to push, scratch, crawl, doing it the right way, not doing it, I'm going to go sell my soul, or I'm going to go, do something nasty with somebody so I can get to the top. Because we can all do that. We can all be, take the easy road, if you want to call it that way. Oh, man, no, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight, crawl, scream, scratch. I'm going to get it done. How are you, Francis? Good to see you, girlfriend. I'm doing great. And so I want you guys to know that even though it might take me a little longer, and yes, me being 41, I think this is a great year for me. These next 9 years to 50, as I think it's gonna be a really cool journey to be able to do what I want to do and bring you guys to be a part of that. And so, but I need your help. Like I said, the more you comment, the more you, the more you view my stuff, the more you like the stuff. Comment on the show today. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know what we could do to improve it. Let's, respectfully, of course, right? Never disrespect someone. So I'm, again, very grateful for all of you that are coming into the chat. I'm very grateful for, if you're watching me on the replay, I thank you guys very, very much for being a part. And all I can say is let's keep growing. Let's keep getting better. My goal is to help everybody and anybody to pursue their dreams, whether it be in martial arts, whether it be in film, whether it be in business, whether it be in life itself, being a champion of life, because that's what we're here for. I want that heavyweight title belt from God. That's what I'm talking about. And we're going to keep moving. And I don't know why I didn't say this band, but it's also one of my favorite bands of all time for that question. Skillet, ladies and gentlemen, Skillet, TFK, all those guys, Christian bands, but man, they some of them are no longer Christian bands anymore. They are now mainstream, so they're like just known as a metal rock band or just a rock band. So all those guys, man, it's impressive. But thank you guys very, very much. We're going to be headed out of here. Like I said, make sure you guys do me a favor. Go to streamlabs.com. Go find out what my tagline is on the About sections. Go to my PayPal. Go ahead and support any way that you guys like to. Would love to see you guys do that. Again, I'm not begging, but I am saying, hey, if that's something that you want to do, because again, people from the chat have said, hey, we want to help you. So let's put your money where your mouth is. If I'm saying, hey, okay, well, you had asked, now I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. So there it is for you, the platform to do it. Go ahead and do that, guys. And again, whatever you guys donate will be very, very, I'm very thankful. 50 cents, $1, or if you're that guy that wants to do the 1 billion, then rock it. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, I'm very grateful. I'm blessed to have all you guys here. And guys, let's keep pushing. And remember, a lot of shows, a lot of movies. Check out my open box sessions that we do. Check out the trailer reactions that we do. All the new slideshows you're seeing, guys. Those are not just for you guys that are in the actual channel, but it's also for all my guys that I've known for 10 years or even 5 years, and I'm putting them up so that way they can see their kids have grown, or they can see themselves, if they already are grown, see themselves as when they were younger, when they were doing martial arts, how that has changed people's lives. So that's there, and you know, got great music, and it's a good time, man. It's a good time. It's good to even see myself back in the day, go, man, that's pretty cool. So those there are a little bit more for on the other side of different people, but check out you know, this show here. It's going to be every Wednesday. We don't have a specific time. Hopefully in the next 4 or 5 shows, we'll start getting a time together for you guys. We can start doing that. Get a new logo for you guys. When I say logo, meaning I'm not just going to use my actual logo, but we're going to have something cool for that. So look out for that. Check out, like I said, my trailer reactions. Check out my reviews. Check out, you know, all the new music that we got going on the channel, the new trailers, the movies. Guys, I know some of you guys watch the trailers, but we don't watch the movie. So if you're watching the trailer, go check out the movie. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You're like, man, I love the trailer, but then don't watch the movie. It makes no sense. That's like me saying I like the trailer, never going to go see the movie. You got to go see the movie. And they're shorts. They're not like a full hour and a half movie. They're short movies. They're like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes long. You know what I mean? So, yeah, go to the movies. And again, we got to get more views on those and do those different things. And we're going to keep pressing. So, guys, let me get this music going, because you know how we do it. Where'd it go? Oh, we're going to turn. Wait. Hold up. There it is. What it isn't good for. Absolutely nothing. Hey. Guys, thanks for being here for the FIRELINE Live episode. The hashtag Dose 2 is done in the can. We appreciate you. We will see you next Wednesday. You guys have a wonderful rest of the day. God bless. Peace. Woo! Let's go. Waka waka. Hey. Ho. We're going to finish it up. Here it goes. Ooh. Good God. What it isn't good for, absolutely nothing. Andy, we love you, brother. We'll see you next week, Andy. Oh, hey, check it out. God bless y'all. See you next week, Wednesday. Peace.